So today we're back here at with a Poopcast. This one is a special edition to the fucking cast that is pooping. My internet rant. And I couldn't stop laughing at this. I felt I've heard this stupid. This is specifically for this Marko versus Doordash lawsuit class action from Massachusetts and California, two of the biggest liberal cesspools in the United States. I view those as the it's like it's like when you fucking take a shit and it goes through the toilets. It's like the septic tank. That's where logical thought, intelligence, and basically anything involving capitalism. That's where those two states is in that New Jersey too. That's where New York and Illinois. That's where that shit goes right out the window. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of states. Washington, Oregon, all those fucking far west and left and right coast states with a couple scattered ones in the middle. Those are like the fucking redheaded stepchildren of America. It's such an embarrassment. So my take on this, and I wanted to try my best to give something positive, to actually give some thoughts from experience, from business experience I've had, and what I know and how. In a nutshell, this is so bad for DoorDash. It's bad for the consumers, and it's bad for the drivers. If anybody in their right mind wants to make a quick buck, I think it's like the stupid payout is $130. I couldn't stop laughing at that. Really, you fucking people need. Where is it? Shit. Where is it? It's on the here. It's this one. So they estimate, the parties estimate an average settlement share could be 130 based on the anticipated claim rate. The amount you will receive will be different and dependent on a number of factors. Yeah, no shit. So it might not even be $130. Oh, wow. They guarantee you will receive no less than $10. Wow. And so that's just comical. That's comical. And of course it's, led by, dipshit, this fucking Marko. Let's go back to the I got this in the mail, in my email, and I clicked on it because I don't drive DoorDash and do this gig delivery thing. Every once in a while I'll do it if I need to pad my brokerage accounts or I need some extra money. I got to pay a credit card. I want to go on vacation or whatever. I don't rely on it. It's just pocket fun money. I did for a while when my business in California went under and it closed, and everybody does what they have to do, and it was fun for a while. I made a good buck at it, and but ultimately, you move on to other things. Whatever, you can do whatever you want. That's not the video here. So I get this, and I'm like, Marko versus DoorDash. So this fucking douchebag Marko in California apparently felt the need to take advantage of the liberal fucking political fucking landscape where now California's demanding everybody's got to toe the line and be a fucking W-2 employee, because the theory is behind that, oh well, no, they're gonna take care of you now, we'll get our health benefits and we'll get our entitlements, and the big bad corporation out there, the big bad corporations. That's you hear the fucking sentiment from the dumb. That's always how it is. Okay, so before I get into this, how fucking bad this is and why I personally am not going to take this fucking $130, because number one, I don't need it. Number two, it's a joke. And number three, it hurts fucking DoorDash and the consumers and the customers and the drivers in the long run. And it's just like fucking laughable shit. So my personal message for this Marko, this fucking asshole fuckwad, this dumb fuck that started this, go fuck yourself, okay? I don't want the $30. I'm not signing up for this. You, my friend, are a fucking joke. And the biggest thing, my friend, Marko, is that you are trying to be self-employed when you actually are more suited to go out and get a job somewhere, okay? But you're actually trying to do that in something like DoorDash and these gig delivery apps, all of them, that weren't set up for that in the beginning. So I can't for the life of me stop ridiculing this fucking fool, whoever this fucking Marko is. it is just so fucking laughable. And, you have my highest shit award, and I'm going to reveal that at the end of the podcast here. So, without getting into it, you all should probably understand, and this stuff is something new. It's actually not something new. Correction there. I'm sure you got, maybe you haven't heard of it, but this stuff has been around. It's just common knowledge that you need to educate yourself on, and what the fuck this cash flow quadrant is, and how the 4 ways are that everybody makes money. I mean, really, everything you do, how you generate income, whatever, whether you're working, self-employed, you have a brokerage account, you write a book, or you fucking own a McDonald's, any way even if you're a fucking illegal drug dealer on the street, you still fall into one of these 4 fucking categories. And it's important to get the fucking right knowledge in your system and understand that. So, going over it, it's actually worth talking about, because this is something that people can, ponder and research and Google. I mean, stuff is not new. It's out there. You can easily, and I'm not promoting Robert Kiyosaki, because he is flawed in like some of the stuff he talks about, and I don't agree with everything he says. But there's a lot of stuff that I liked about Robert Kiyosaki, and and I learned about this many, many, many years ago, and then you just go with it. But this is the shit that's not taught in school. I mean, this thing is called the cash flow quadrant, right? So you have the E, the employee, right there. So that's you all know what that is. That's what this fucking Marko douchebag is pushing for. You basically work for money. You have to be active, and you have to be readily available to produce money. That means punching a clock, and then when you're not on the clock, you don't make money. So most amount of restrictions there. Your time is monitored. You have a boss. You're not free, and you will make the least amount of money compared to these other income quadrants. Okay, so like I've always adopted that mentality. Going out and getting a job is the single dumbest thing anybody can fucking do, and there's a ton of reasons for that. I don't have like fucking 4 hours to fucking riff on that. Okay, but so then you go down here to the self-employed, and that's what you guys doing the gig work are. It's like an independent plumber electrician. The person who offers a service, like a pest or lawn control, any type of business like that. You are your own boss. You basically own a job. Okay, it's the same concept of the amount of work you put in is determined on your income. If you don't show up for either of these two, if you call in sick, or you get hit by a bus or whatever, you're not making fucking money. Okay, and then the big difference between the two of these is the taxes. Now, self-employed people have the biggest tax burden, because as an employee, say you work for fucking Walmart or whatever full time, you're a manager or whatever, they are obligated by law to pay half of your tax bill, state and fucking local. Now let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in before you demonize the big corporations that hire people. They have to pay half of your tax bill. Then they go one step further. Okay, they prepare your taxes, they file it, and they have record keeping, and then all you do is just get the fucking stub. You pick your dependents, whether it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they withhold your taxes, and then they give it to you at the end of the year, your fucking summary, and then you give that to your tax accountant, or you go on fucking H&R Block website, and you fucking you either break even, or you get the big refund. I got a $5,000 refund this month. I'm going to go to Vegas and, whatever. Okay, whatever. So you all know how that works. So the self-employed, you don't have that luxury. But the luxury you do have is you can write off all these expenses that employees can't write off, right? From your car, your portion of your office, your software, your clothing, your food, your lodging, anything, all that shit. Okay, anything related to what you do, the IRS sees that as a writable expense. With there's certain limitations. I'm not going to get into that, but the problem is you flip the full bill. You don't have the luxury of saying, like, an employer like Walmart paying your half of your taxes. You gotta understand. You gotta have accounting software. You gotta understand what this fucking thing called quarterly taxes is. And I made videos on that. I have a few coming up when I shit on Pedro and his stupid tax advice. That's a whole nother topic. I'm trying to get through this, but so these here, you have potentially to make more money being self-employed, but the problem with is if you actually do the research too and you look at most people that are self-employed, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but I'm not just making any of this up. Do some fucking research on that. They actually live, they don't live as long as people in these other three categories. Because why? Because they have a tremendous amount of responsibility and there's so much stress involved. They're working around the clock because they're always chasing a buck. And if you think that doesn't do anything negatively to your body, think again, motherfucker. Think again. It does. So, and then you go over here to the business owner side. This side, the right side, this is where it gets fun. This is where it gets interesting, Not gonna get into deep here, but as a business owner, you own a system. Like, say you own a McDonald's franchise, you own a system that you maybe buy into, or you can start something. If you own a startup business, which those are risky, but you basically are putting something together that you run and you hire people to work for you, and you own that system, and you're rewarded by hiring and firing and having other people make you money. See that? People work with you. They're the ones, and then you don't have to have as much of a presence as you normally would on the left side in the ERS. So there, I can't begin to just say good things about the B quadrant if you select the right thing. And my best advice from experience is not starting something from scratch. It's buying something. It's buying into a system. Like whether it's a franchise or you're buying the mom and pop shop that wants to retire or whatever, you want that goodwill. Okay. So anyway, so then moving down the line, so this is where it gets. This is the ultimate. The richest people in the world are investors, and what that means is, it's not your income from these, whatever you invest in, is not dependent on actually physical work. You're sleeping and you're making money. You're laying on a beach in an island somewhere. You're making fucking money. You're Christmas Day. You're making money. 365 days of week. Money works for you. You're like that Wall Street movie. Money never sleeps, and it's fucking true. So this is the spot where you want to get to, where your money works for you, 24/7, holidays every day of the year, and you have limited participation in it. So. You gotta understand this, because 90% of the population is on the left side, and that's why they're not the richest fucking people in the world, because it takes no brains or skill to get into this. It's just like any dumb fuck could go to college, get a degree. Any dumb fuck could sign up for fucking DoorDash. Any dumb fuck could go get a degree, go get a job, and pay taxes and live in like a restricted, unhealthy, long-term, limited earning scenario, cash generating system. So when you get on the right side, that's when it gets fun. So back to what I was saying, and it's actually real quick. Some of these are really good. You go and you find out. Here's another a picture you can get off the internet. When you're in the E quadrant here in your employer, you have no leverage. Your time is money. There it is. And then see, you do own a job in the S quadrant, and you make a little bit more money, but you do have to have a few skills. You have to have a business sense. You have to watch everything. You don't have a boss. So it's a little bit, it's not suited for most people, because and it ain't fucking suited for this Marko asshole. And this is my fucking point. This Marko dickhead. And all the people that fucking want to cash in and agree with what he has to say and are going to go along with that, they belong up here in the E quadrant. They should go get a job where they get a nice, safe, secure paycheck, where they have stability, they know what they're making week to week, month to month, year to year, and they don't have to have all these added responsibilities with taxes and, knowing, how to get right, how to write off expenses and how to track things and just be more professional. Because when you're, honestly, I'm giving you guys props out there. When you're self-employed, even if you're working for DoorDash, doesn't matter what you do, you have to have a certain skill set, and you have to do a little bit above and beyond what employees do to make sure you're keeping the most money. Okay. So, and then, you have over here on the right, the B's, obviously you have leverage there because, you've set up the system and you can, you're more in charge. You have more power and control. But not everybody can get to that. And not everybody's qualified to that. Not everybody understands it. That's a whole nother realm right there. But that's where you want to work to, the B. And then ultimately the I. That is true passive income, the I. Now, I always say that, stress, hey, anybody, talk to a financial advisor. Open up an M1 brokerage account, a Roth IRA, a brokerage account, and a high yield savings to get you started. Anybody could do that in a matter today. You can go out and do that today. And then you make the appointment with your financial advisor, and he's going to be like, wow, that's good. You're on the right track. Let's talk about that. And he can get you there because so many people they email me, and I used to watch these fucking dumb videos, especially from Pedro Doordash. The majority of people making comments and following a guy like that they belong here up in the E quadrant, because that's honestly the majority, the sea of people around the world in the United States. That's where they are, and that you're easily controlled, and that's where people with lower intellect level, and no offense to specialized accountants, doctors, lawyers, people that that code things, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're more lazy with the overall picture of how you make money, because in a sense you have a boss, and you have to answer to him, and he or she tells you what to do. So it's not discrediting the degree and everything, and the amount of work that goes into that, but that's really what we're talking about here. So. Back to this Marko. And again, why the fuck am I saying this? Why the fuck am I saying nut to not? You can do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you, actually, I want to keep this opinionated from my end, why I wouldn't fucking do this. One more picture. I think it's important. Fills in a few gaps here. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then, disregard what I'm saying. But it's always the same true conversation that we always have with the same people like fucking Marko, okay? It's always better to own things than to rent. It's always better to have your own sources of income passively that you control than work for somebody else, okay? Always own your own business versus get a job. It's always the better option, but again, not everybody can do it. You always want to own your own house in most situations, because it versus renting, because you have more power, you have more control, and you have more leverage pretty much with everything in your life. Okay, always come from a position when you get to those spots, you come from a position of fuck you. Okay, someone tries to tell you what to do, fuck you. No, it's my business. You can either like it or get lost. You're fired, right? Somebody tries to kick you out. Fuck you. You're gonna kick me out of my own house? You get the fuck out. All right? Right there. Two most important things in somebody's life that gives you control. Okay? So I'm gonna end the podcast with going over the three things that I came up with, and I it just kind of bugs me that I got this fucking email. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? He's speaking for me. He's speaking for people that don't agree with him, and it's like all you're doing is hurting everybody, number one. Number one, you're hurting the business itself. You're hurting fucking DoorDash by doing this. These fucking lawsuits, right? The second thing you're doing is you're hurting other gig delivery drivers in the long term that don't buy into this crap and don't go along with your opinion. And then the third thing you're doing is you're hurting the consumers. So basically, you're fucking everybody in the process here. Okay, so how? Okay, well, I'm not just making these fucking claims, so I'm going to give you guys my reasoning behind each of those, what I just said. So let's start with how this hurts DoorDash themselves, okay? How it hurts the company. Okay, I'm trying to summarize this real quick. First thing, the share price is going to go down, Okay? Stockholders are going to get spooked and sell their positions. Profits, if any, because we know DoorDash hasn't turned a profit yet. They're reinvesting, and this is how these companies do. That's why they went public, is to get more to get more investors and to give up ownership. So they're squeezed even lower on these frivolous lawsuits, and future earnings are adjusted based on, more strict liberal state regulations. That can change at any given fucking time. Why on earth, if all that happens, would they feel the need to give more perks to drivers or incentives? So it's like these motherfuckers are biting the hand that feeds you. Oh, okay. All right. Thought they had something good here, but now they want to fucking complain. We're not employers. You signed up to be a self-employed delivery driver, and you fucking people don't understand. All right, well, this is what we're going to do. They're actually going to tighten the rules. Because they don't want this sort of backlash constantly happening. So everything's going to get stricter. And the businesses sees these people, you're actually seen as drivers, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, as you're expendable. And it's going to make them easier to deactivate users at the drop of a hat. You guys think it's fucking easy for them to do it now? Wait until you get more of these fucking lawsuits, and they start to get pissed. Okay? Think about that for a fucking minute. And if you think that whoever accepts this payout is not going to be secretly monitored by a recorded in the DoorDash database, these lawyers and all their files for their own record keeping, and to possibly use it against you without you knowing it at a later time, man, you really need to get your fucking head out of your ass and get a fucking clue how the world works, okay? So that's just a little bit of how it negatively impacts the fucking the company. Now how do you this one's funny. How do you think? Actually, let's go on to how it fucking hurts the consumer. Okay, so the DoorDash is going to see their margins diminish by frivolous payouts with ridiculous state government regulations like fucking California, the biggest communist state in the United States, which I'm embarrassed to even say it's a part of the United States, right? So what do you think's going to happen with these frivolous state regulations? It's not going to make the company profitable. And it's going to delay the furthering success of the corporation. All companies, and here we go again, all companies, I gotta state the fucking obvious here. All companies exist to make a profit. Nothing more. That's it. They don't exist to pay your rent, make sure you have health insurance, make sure you're happy, make sure you're on maternity leave and your fucking 4 kids that you don't need are fucking taken care of. No, it's not. It's for their interests. That's it. If they can't make these profits, or they're forced to pay out lawsuits, all the time, and, if they're forced to make people employees, comply with all these fucking state regulations, these partisan fucking politicians, all right? And if they're forced to pay off your half of your tax bill and supply you with medical insurance, what do you think's going to happen? Okay, it goes back to fucking how it hurts DoorDash. The stockholders' profit margins will go down, and ultimately what this comes back to, how it hurts the consumers is, here we go. You ready for this? They're going to raise the prices on the fucking consumer. Everybody's fucking prices are going to go up, and you're like, oh, then this ain't inflation. This is by dumb fucks like Marko pushing fucking something they're out of their element with. Okay. So the customer loses, and it's going to potentially go lower, and it's going to, they're going to potentially fucking go to a competitor. They're going to want a lower price because everybody wants a lower price, and if nobody's suing Uber Eats and they're suing DoorDash, it's like, yeah, well, what the fuck? I'll go to Uber Eats because they're not raising their prices, and they're a direct result of shit like this. This is I can open up the floodgates. All right, now. This is the funny one. And I'm going to end the podcast on this. I'm already at fucking 22 minutes of hopefully there's some good information in here. Whatever. If you fucking don't like it, you don't like it. I don't care. But anyway, this one's very important. Okay. The third way, you hurt the gig delivery drivers. And you might want to fucking, you hurt people that don't buy into this or go along with this fucking opinion of Marko. And that's why I'm bashing this guy. I reject this stupid fucking thing. This lawsuit. Don't include me in that shit. Okay, you're not speaking for me, because for me, I'm embarrassed to receive this because if you want a nice, safe, secure job like I just described, then don't look to self-employed work. It's as simple as fucking that. You want to be an employee trying to you're a wannabe employee trying to make it as a self-employed individual. It's like, You're so fucking stupid. Really? You're trying to change a system that's already in place for something else, but you're trying... No, you don't get it, dude. Understand the fucking cash flow quadrant. You're trying to change something that was set up as something else entirely. I don't get it, but you deserve to be called out on it, okay? So anyway, what happens when you get... Back to how it hurts to gig delivery drivers. Just think about this. All you gig delivery drivers out there who fucking champion this crap and make demands and this, that, or the fucking other thing. Okay. So just a little education on what your employer has this huge financial obligation with just one single employee on the books. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. When you get a job, your employer has a huge financial obligation with just one single employee on the books. Forget about fucking thousands. Okay? Let's go through it. So, here's what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to come and go as you please. You're not going to be able to work your own schedule. You're not going to have time to make stupid driving videos, and you're no longer to be, you're basically not going to be able to call your own shots. You're going to have a nice batch of freshly rules on your lap telling you when, where, and how to act. Okay, that's one important thing, okay? Your employer can easily terminate you now for cause to make and they can easily make up whatever they want in the process to justify it. Okay, another one here. They pay half of your tax bill. Yes, half of your tax bill. This is fucking huge. It's not the biggest thing. You people don't have any idea how companies like this, the amount of money they have to pay out just to fucking pay half your tax bill as a fucking employee. Okay. They have to also offer you health insurance. Comes out. Who do you think's fucking paying for that? 401ks. Who do you think fucking pays for a little of that? I wonder. State and federal regulations that could cost them money. Okay, well, and then they're forced to pay you for time off, maternity leave, sick leave, vacation, disability, and here we go, liability insurance when you're on the fucking road, okay? They also got to provide uniforms and equipment. Yes, including a delivery vehicle because if you work for a company, majority of the time, I'm sure you can find a couple exceptions out there, but they have to supply. Why would you use your own fucking car for that? Why would anybody buy into that? Of course they're going to have to provide company vehicles. It's like Amazon DSP. They have to, they got to provide a fleet of vehicles to deliver these fucking packages because why? You work for an Amazon DSP, and the Amazon DSP is contracted to Amazon. So it's a whole fucking... never fucking mind. Okay? Here's an important thing, too. They're going to have to make sure that there's a GPS tracking system in your vehicle to monitor your driving habits. Because they don't want shitty drivers fucking cowboying around the road. They'll fucking fire you if you're braking and they can monitor your speed. They can monitor if you wear the fucking seatbelt. Anything, I swear to God, because Amazon currently does this. Okay? You don't want that. Okay? Also, mandatory drug testing. Oh, all you fucking pot smokers out in California, forget about it. All you fucking, potheads around the country. Yep. You better watch the drugs and the drinking because I'm sure there's somebody out there right now driving around delivering fucking DoorDash that's smoking weed in the process, okay? I'll put a fucking week's salary on it, okay? All right, so, there's more things like legal requirements and lawyer fees that they have. Just think about the management they have to hire and they have to supply the training and to oversee all of these fucking new employees. You imagine the fucking payroll cost that's going to go up with that? Think about that for a second, right? And also... you guys are going to get a nice fresh batch of rules with an employee handbook and consequences for breaking those fucking said rules, okay? What do you think of that? And then how about this one? A weekly schedule and a predetermined hourly rate. Now, that's the last fucking thing I want to talk about. If y'all think that being an employee demanding $15 an hour in addition to all the current tips you're getting will continue, man, you guys are fucking stupid because why the fuck would DoorDash continue letting you keep all those fucking tips if they're paying you what, I guess, it's still shit, $15 an hour, but you're guaranteed because you're an employee now because this is what Marko wants. You got some dumb fuck like Marko speaking for you. Could he secretly be Pedro Doordash Santiago, the fucking whale's vagina. I don't know. They seem like they're fucking at that level of fucking intelligence. I don't know. But it's like, DoorDash is like going to be like, okay, well, if we're regulated, now we got to fucking pay you people $15 an hour in your fucking hours. There, you belong to them, right? All right, well, you don't get any of those huge tips, and you're not going to be making $50 an hour now. Fuck you, man. We're already giving you 15. This is what you wanted. This is what you're going to get it. So we're going to end up keeping more of the profit from the delivery to basically make up for everything I just listed and mentioned above. There. That's it. That's what I wanted to drop on you. And, I know I said a lot here. Hopefully something in there that makes you, like, kind of see my point. If you don't agree with any of this shit I just said, then just give me a fucking thumbs down and curse me out and make fun of my subscriber count and ridicule me like all you fuckers do. You think it bothers me. It doesn't. But it's worth saying. So that's my response today. That is the Poopcast. I had to address this, and I had to give my 2 cents about this fucking Marko versus DoorDash Inc. case, and couldn't stop laughing at it. Marko just gets the big plop. His award is the big fucking plop award. There's no way else to fucking... It's when you go over the fucking toilet, right, and you just, like, you have to literally run to the bathroom. You're like fucking pants are down at your knees. You strip them everything off, and you hope this thing's coming so hard, this plop is coming so hard that you hope you don't fucking shit right on the floor on your way to the bathroom, right? I'm sure you all been there before. But you get it, and you can't get to that seat fast enough. You basically get over the seat, and you just fucking slam that bowl of shit. It's like a missile that was launched, and that is a fierce shit. This one, that's how I feel. This Marko deserves a fierce fucking plop right on his fucking head. One of them fucking big plops. Like, I wish he was in the toilet, and I had one of those right now to fucking unleash on him. But I'll be thinking of him next time I have one of those. So, but there's actually one important thing that you could do if you're stupid enough. If you are fucking stupid enough to fucking take this payout, okay, and you want to have your name recorded, and you want them having their eyes on you, and you disagree with everything I just said and my opinion on this matter, whatever, that's fine. But probably if you do take that $130, if you're lucky to fucking get it, which is fucking nothing, what you could do, the smart thing to do here is hit that link below, go to M1 Finance, and use that $130 to open up, say it's a Roth account or a brokerage account. It's either going to be a Roth or a brokerage account, M1. Take that $130 and do yourself a favor. Do the smart thing with it. Don't go fucking blow it on beer tonight, okay? Or hookers, okay? Open up a fucking M1 account. Put that $130 in there. Use my link. You're going to get another $30 on top of that. So technically you have $160, right? And then there you go. You can actually buy into some fractional shares of some great quality companies like fucking DoorDash if you fucking like that stock, which I would never buy it. No, I don't recommend that. But you could actually put that money into something that a great stock, maybe you want to buy some McDonald's or Coca-Cola or AbbVie or, whatever you want. Look up, you maybe want to buy some Exxon. You get a dividend-paying stock, and you get your feet wet, and that's the smartest thing to do with some free money like that for a basic fucking idiot that doesn't even, what's a brokerage account? What's this investing thing about? There you go. You start. So I'm not the biggest dick that everybody fucking claims because I'm trying to help you guys out. That is the best thing you can do, even if you sell out like the fucking puss bag you are, and you take the fucking 130. It's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, that would be something positive to do with it, and then you can start this investing fucking journey. So hope that helps. I don't know how else to fucking put it. That I'm trying to offer something here concrete, the opposite of what a lot of these other fucking channels do. So I challenge anybody to put something out that tops what I just said, okay? If you're so fucking smart, and if you can take a break for fucking one day, you know, making dumb fucking pickup drop off, and fucking, you know, waving your catchphrase in everybody's face. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you can take a break from that one and maybe come up with something and give me a reason behind it. I don't know. I don't know if you're capable, but whatever. So, if you got any specific questions, email me, or if you have a video you would like me to poop on from Pedro, go right ahead. Make sure you hit that subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit that goddamn bell up there in that right-hand corner, and send, you know, as next time and always, until next time and always, you know, go fuck yourselves. This is Peter GoesINya, and y'all stay negative out there.